I was just reading coaches, the response from coach, and man, I'm like, come on with the come on. All right, well, good afternoon, great afternoon, everybody. Welcome to Bestie Finders Office Hours. As usual, every Wednesday, I'm here with my besties. Hey besties, Coach Nyala, Dr. Lisa. So,
Besties.
hey, girl, hey there, hey. So look, so today is going to be very interesting, and so we're just gonna cut straight to the chase. Even though we're gonna give you guys our full 15 minutes, we started 5 minutes late because we were back into the conversation again, right? The conversation before the conversation. So anyway, I'm Dean Kathy. Welcome to Bestie Finders Office Hours. Dr. Lisa, tell us what we're talking about.
All right. So this morning I dropped a bomb in our text thread and I didn't even realize that's what happened.
She didn't know she
Because
said a
it blew
bomb.
up into a conversation that we thoroughly enjoyed. That we weren't fighting, but it really highlighted how different our gifts were and how we interpret what we see.
Yes.
So here we go right in. So we're going right into it. Is pricing an alignment problem or a strategy problem? Okay. And here's the background. So on the one hand, your alignment reflects how you feel about yourself and so on and so forth. And on the other hand, pricing strategy gets people to give you money. So without further ado, I'm gonna let the debaters go on in. So Coach Nyala was arguing that it's strategy. People jump into what do you do to reach the next level? Take it away.
Yes. So strategy, and I have to share that in my mind, because there was no preface it, was that we were selling a product or service, right? And so I'm thinking she's asking me the question to address in marketing material. And I'm like, we're going to go all in with strategy, right? Because that as an entrepreneur, as a business owner, people look for strategy. They look for the things to do before they even think about an alignment, right? Some of us have become entrepreneurs by default, right? So we stumble into it. So I'm fighting in my text for strategy. And I'm like, yeah, that's the thing. Like it's strategy all the way when it comes to pricing. What is it that they're going to get tangible that they can implement to make that business work or operate or have that service flow easily? So that was I was advocating for strategy. And Dean Kathy, on the other hand,
Dean Kathy countered with alignment. She said, without it, your pricing and your path and your business is always going to send you into the wilderness because you don't know where you're going.
yeah.
Dean Kathy, please elaborate.
Right. Right. So now I'm getting even more clarity as to where Coach was coming from, as to what the question actually was. Dr. Lisa got more arguing for it this morning, right? But she enjoyed it and she let us go right on. And because when you find out really what she wanted from us, it's not what she got, but she got more than what she asked for, right?
Yes.
So, but yeah, I just always feel like alignment with what you do, because you'll be out here doing some of everything. Oh, this is good. Let me go ahead and do this, get this done. You know what I'm saying? And then let me just price it like so, or you don't know what to price it for because that's not what you're gifted at. That's not really what you want to do. You're just going to charge what everybody else is charging, and you don't know how to do it like everybody else. You all out of order. Okay, that's all I'm just saying. Just all out of order. Just out of order. And then you wonder why you back at square one.
Mm-hmm.
If not,
Yes.
if not at the very, very beginning, you in the negative. There are some people just give up. Some people just quit all because they did not follow up and follow the alignment as to what they've been called to do, right? And so, and that's pretty much what I was thinking. And so once you get aligned with what you're doing, let me tell you how I know. I mean, well, ask me how I know what I'm about to say to you.
How you know?
How's it?
I'm glad you asked. Look, so because I was this person, right? Doing what I loved. I did what I was in alignment to do. But guess what? I was off with my pricing. Because it's something when you're doing something that you really love to do, you do it for free. Somebody had to come right along and make you charge what you're worth. That exactly right. That's what she had to do to me. She was like, "You're just giving this stuff away." I was like, "Really?" I'm like, "But I charged this." She was like, "Kathy, really?" I was like, "But," and then she had me start doing some formulas. I was like, "Huh? Okay." Dr. Lisa really awakened me to pricing and how much it does align with alignment. Oh, can y'all still hear me?
Yes, keep going. Keep
Okay.
going.
Keep going. We still hear you.
All right. So she really awakened. I was really awakened in that conversation, in the strategies that she gave me, the things that she laid out. But it all made sense to me because I was in alignment. And so I didn't have to go back to the wilderness several times. Because I just kept moving in what I know and what I love to do. But she just had to help me to see and help me come up with charge these people.
Yes.
They paying somebody else already.
Yes. You know, I get that because, and I said this, we didn't talk about it in that LinkedIn Live, but it's that perceiver gift, Dr. Lisa. It's that perceiver gift that helps her to say her yes is her yes and her no is her no. It's like black and white, right? However, if you don't have that in your top gifting, you will tend to lean to the left or lean to the right. And that can affect how you think about things. So that's why I said the strategy part is what people lean into more than likely first, because they don't have that alignment. And it's not until they get someone that has that perceiver gift with honey, and iced tea and sweetness and all that that go
That
along with
exhorter
it.
coming first.
Right. And so when you get somebody on your team, it kind of says, well, what's the core of things? What's that value? What's the black and white for you? Right. Or a teacher, administrator, exhorter that gives you that design of, well, you need to have your pillars first, right? You need to have what is your core value, and then we can start working from there. But until you know those giftings or how to
Look,
go ahead.
So with that being said too, that's why BestieFinder is so important, right? That's why it is important to help people to stop going back into the wilderness. To find that alignment, to help them to figure out just who they are, how they're wired. And, every coaching program tells you to go discover yourself. You need to discover yourself. But don't nobody give you no discover yourself
Tools.
tactics.
Toolkit.
Yes.
Toolkit. None of that. Right? And just because you take a disc, that's not telling you who you authentically are. That's who you've been taught to be, or you've been trained to be, or been mentored to be. Right? Because your heart really goes this way. It pitter patters when you hear health and wellness. It just pitter patters and you get excited. But then when you talk about your real, the thing, your profession, or the thing that has made you like, oh, okay. Yeah. I like it. I mean, I'll do it, but they start talking about that thing that you really love. Oh, yeah. What can I do? What? Set up my next post. What else?
Content just pouring out. Just
right.
Just
Don't think about no money. Ain't nobody think about no money.
That part.
Okay. All right. I just want to do health and wellness.
Now she talking about me.
No, you see, I ain't say no. I ain't called no names, but okay. Right, but now this is the way, and so that's the thing. When you get into Woman University or BestieFinders, any one of our programs, business builders, or just joining us as a biz bestie, right? We would take you through these processes, even down through the the personal, what is that one?
Bestie.
The personal bestie.
Personal bestie.
Mhm.
Your personal bestie or biz bestie. Either one of those is going to take you down this lane of discovering just who you are, your strengths, your weaknesses, how to partner up with your weaknesses, how to separate from those things that don't serve you, don't work well together. And not that y'all got to break it all off all the way, but you could just maybe just be personal besties and not business besties. Okay.
Mhm.
And so, and just helping you to build this great, amazing team. And then we have people on the team like Dr. Lisa who set us straight and tell us like, okay, this is all good, but how you gonna eat? How you gonna live? How you gonna pay your mortgage? You know what I'm saying? What this is for. And so that's how you know when you're working. To me, that's how you know people are really working in the area of alignment. When man, we'll jump out there and ready to do it. I mean, with excellence, okay.
Mhm.
And y'all will take it and take it and not give a dime. You know what I'm saying? Because too, and it's not y'all's fault. It's because we let y'all take it and we give it away. You know what I'm saying? Because we love it and we want to see people do well.
So, which one wins? Is it the strategy or the alignment? I just need to know who wins.
Well, I'm glad you asked. So it is both. It is actually both. And we find when we really dig in our programs or in our one-on-one sessions, you realize that misaligned pricing comes from working in isolation. You're making all the decisions in your head by yourself, and you're not in a community that supports you or have even the coach or the friend, the reliable business friend, not your homegirl,
Right.
that's going to help you make decisions that make sense for your business and for your life.
Right.
Because when I can't say when the checkbook is in hand because we don't really write checks no more. When the debit card is in your hand and you're looking at the billing screen.
Okay.
You start making decisions based on what's in the account right now and not the solid growth of the business in the future. And so when you have a community, when you have people who know your gift, can help you accept and love your gift or your giftings rather, that's when you start, the money will just roll in because you have a solid foundation for the strategy to work from. Folks out here picking strategies from like apples. I got apples that I picked up just randomly a couple weeks ago, still sitting on the counter because I don't really like apples.
Yeah,
I mean, I like apple stuff, but you're not gonna find Dr. Lisa eating a raw apple anytime in the near future. But it seemed like a good idea at the time.
Right. That's what. But I like what you said here for the for part of the intro when you said buckle up for an honest. That's what you're gonna get right here. You're gonna get an honest, spirited conversations on BestieFinder, office hours. And so yeah, so I love that. I love it. So I was just reading it and that just stood out when we're talking about price and purpose and the pitfalls of skipping straight to strategy. When you go straight to strategy, you miss a whole lot of things because you don't even know that's what you should be doing. That's why we're doing our wire for leadership, wire for nursing, when we did the ones for realtors, because we see all the time. And just like I was just talking to my daughter last night, and she was like, she knows so many nurses who went into that field just because they said you can make good money. I said, but got into a field of caring for people when you really don't care. Oh, that's what I said. I said, so now you got somebody who's in the field of caring who really don't care. Now you wonder why they grumpy, mad, snatching your covers off your bed and, not emptying your bedpan, whatever the case may be. Or a server for that matter, when they come to work and, they're making it seem like we doing them a favor. They doing us a favor by being there. Something wrong with this picture right here. I need for that server to get it together. And so a lot of times I just end up striking up a conversation and maybe loosening up and getting them to open up, so we can find out, go on and get it out, honey, whatever it is. I don't even say you act like
so you
you're
can serve me
bird.
properly.
Like, I don't even, what, say that again, Dr. Lisa?
So you can serve me properly.
Exactly, because I don't want you messing with nothing that belongs to me. And really, I'm helping out the rest of the customers in here you serving. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So, and by the time it's all over, they have been able to release whatever that issue is. And so, and then realizing, like, I really don't like doing this. Well, quit. Go find you something else that you really like to do. Or I just say, start telling me a little bit about what you like to do, and then helping them to guide. And so, but yeah, so all this makes perfect sense. So thank you for the spirited conversation.
At 8 o'clock in the morning. Okay. Yes.
And we weren't planning on.
Yes.
That we had no idea that
thank
we were
you
part of an
for pouring into my book.
We were part of an experiment. That we didn't even know what going on. See what?
Can you let me know that I'm part of the sample, please, before you prompt the question? Thank you.
But anyway, guys, look, BestieFinder.net. Come on and join us. Become a future bestie. It's free. It's a free level, so you can get in and hear and see some things. Now, you won't have access to everything, but that's when you can, at least you can chime in on certain areas and certain places and get to know some people and hear us and see us operating inside of there, and then you can just level up and become a personal or a biz bestie so that you can hang out and get all the goods. Yes. Right? So, yep. So what we got coming in there? We got coming up.
Well, first off, Dean Kathy, you did share that we have the Wired for Nursing brunch coming up. That is going to be this month on the 25th.
Yes.
We'll see you there. Tap that link and get you some good food and some good knowledge about who you are. And also coming up in October is our Women University cohort. So if you want to get in on that program preview and see what it's all about, you will learn how to build your business from a solid foundation and move from there. And that's our time.
Awesome.
Right.
So we will see you next week. Thank you so much for joining and watching.